Okay, I am on the other side of the porch, and I'm going to pull backwards so you guys can see exactly what we did. Now, check this out. And when I push, because this is crock, we hit this. I don't know what that looks like, a total collapse. But now that I can see everything, and the water's flowing the way that I'm pulling this towards the street where everybody parks underneath those things there, it's pulling to the left of the porch. We're going under the porch here, and then we put a clean out right next to the porch. You guys can have it. And then we got pea gravel built all the way up and underneath this line here. And then we're still in the corrugated pipe. What they did was they put this clean out in, went towards the front of the house so far with corrugated pipe, and went down the other side of the unit here on the parking lot side with corrugated pipe. And then so what I'm going to do is show you going towards the other units. Going towards 2058. Going towards 2058. Okay, because this is the way that it flows. Getting hung up on something right here every time, but that's okay. And I'm sorry for the wrinkles that you see, but that's my locator, so I can locate where we're at. And I zeroed it out when it's laying flat in the ground, so we didn't add on that 7 feet of pipe. And I'm going to run a little bit of water here. A little bit of water. Helps the pipe slide. Got something on the end of it, but right when I get to about 25 feet, which puts me at the gutter, that cement pad that gutter sets on over there at the corner of, it would be the northwest corner of the property. And this is, I can imagine it's a turn to get into towards the other way, and this is definitely blocked. Not to mention what's going on over on the other corner where her water key is, where the water main comes in at. And there's a green box. It's to the right of her porch, the beginning of that video. And then I went the other way on this clean out. So the water's trying to leave the basement, and it comes through that pipe. Well, it would flood in back into the basement because it couldn't leave. Well, we fixed that spot, and they went so far here at this pipe with corrugated pipe, and then stopped and made it tied onto crock. So there's still going to be some work that needs to be done, unfortunately, out here, because now we can see past our issue at hand. And of course, the one on the right of her porch is definitely something that has to be addressed. But if the storm water cannot leave the way that it's supposed to flow, which would be down this parking lot here to the next unit behind her, it flows that way, and it can't leave that 90 or whatever the case is that is. That's what we're having an issue with, it not being able to flow and leave the proper way. guys to waste money on a sump pit in this basement if this is the problem. You know, why throw all good money after bad? And you can see, I can't tell, darn it, but that's crock. And I got mud on my lens again. It's hard keeping the mud off your lens. It upsets me when that happens. 9 feet in. Okay, so that's corrugated. That's corrugated. That's corrugated. I can see the ripples. I could see the ripples. And then I see this. And I'm willing, wait, there's corrugated. I'm willing to bet that our lovely friends put, that did this in the beginning. Come on, I'm all wrapped up here. But, I'm gonna have to tape it on there. That's okay. They put, hopefully they put sock pea gravel on that pipe. Because that's what's going to be important to us. Pea gravel to filter it, the sock to keep the mud out. And they just tied on to corrugated that crock. It's going to even out back to that spot. I know you see the footage, but I didn't push it back into my corrugated, 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 corrugated. And you expect to see some dirt inside of it. That's something that's expected. But what's going on right here? This is where they stopped with the corrugated. So I am going to 12 feet away. I'm going to mark this spot. And I use a marker paint, and it's water-based. So I'm going to use some of the dirt to put on the side here. So I'm going to just put a little dot on the brick. So I know, and then I'll take a picture because it's going to come off in the first rain. It's right in between, it's right in between both of these windows is where the corrugated meets crock. And it's flowing that way. Flow is that way. Okay. And then now that's where they tied onto that crock at. And then over here, let's keep pushing and hope and pray that I don't get mud on my lens, because I'd love to see that 25-foot mark, which is at that gutter next to the condo behind her. Down, you can see all the mud and everything that gets inside this corrugated, or excuse me, the old crock pipe. And then it wants to make a right-hand turn. I could see right there, and of course that makes sense because this unit sticks out a little bit, and that's at my 25-foot mark. And I cannot get this to make a turn to save my life. I sure wish I could. But that's exactly what's going on here. This is very, very important that you guys see this. I took 5-10 videos, but this video is the piece of resistance. And then the stormwater flows on down to all the other condos that are behind it. 20 pictures. He likes to take pictures. And of course, just one more look-see at the yes, because there's been clean out. Now all water is going to flow back towards me. And then we're going under the porch, the crock, and then again, like the way this video started out, this right here, that spot, very interesting to me. Something is broken right there, and that's where the water main comes in. But that water would leave and head this way, make a right, and head on down. South side of the wall. Or excuse me, the north side of the wall. Let's see, yes, the north side of the wall. That, so it runs, it comes down the west side of the wall, makes a right, goes down the north side of the wall, makes a right, goes down the back of her unit, and then straightens back out to pick up the other. I'll even do a little drawing for you. You can see. I really would like to clear that up down there. And that's exactly what's going on, guys. We got the first part fixed. I'm gonna take some pictures too.